Hi, I'm Candace. I am a homeschooling mom of three. I get asked a lot of questions about homeschooling, and I thought the easiest way to answer it would just be to put my answers in some short, real talk videos that I can refer people to when they ask. What kinds of things played into your decision to homeschool? I'm going to read my answer for Zoe, my oldest, because I get a little bit emotional and it's easier if I read it than if I just try to relay it, and I don't want to just cry at you. So, Zoe was our first homeschooler. She was in public school until high school, but we probably should have started her at home during middle school. The decision to homeschool Zoe came after she made an attempt to end her life, followed by another threat to end her life. The attempt was at school. She tried to jump out of a second floor window. When the next school year came around, she would cry on the way to school every morning. I couldn't work a full-time job because I was spending so much time picking Zoe up early. At that point, I realized she needed to be home. The cold, hard answer is that I thought I would lose my daughter if I kept her in public school. I don't blame the school. I don't blame her doctors. I don't blame anyone. My kid just needed something different. And that's the truth. That was a rough year. The roughest 6 months of my life were in that little pocket. And it's been about 2 years since then. And everybody's doing significantly better. Thank goodness. But again, just real talk. It got rough, and we kept telling ourselves that if we tried harder, if we changed her medication, if we got her another therapist, if we waited, if we changed her class schedule or her diet, if something would change. And realistically, what needed to change was the environment. She needed me. She needed to be home. She needed to focus on learning separate from focusing on socializing. She has autism, and that makes it tricky for her to socialize. And so it was just better to separate those two things so that she could focus on one at a time. For Siren, my middle child, it was a social issue. We pulled her out of public school because switching her from one public school to another public school really didn't solve the social issues that we were seeing. The first school didn't work out because she was too popular. I know, a homeschooler that was too popular. Let that sink in. Basically, another one of the popular girls got jealous over a boy and started pushing Siren to self-harm. Siren didn't quite go that far, but she did cut some of her hair, and it did get a little touch and go for a bit. We talked to her. We caught it right away. We were very, very lucky in that. We're a close-knit family, and I'm glad that we saw the signs when we did. That could have been so much worse. We got her in to see a therapist. We switched her school so she was no longer having any contact whatsoever with the child that was pushing her towards those things. And at the new school, she was already showing signs of PTSD. Just the environment, the social expectations, it was not a good thing. And so then when she ended up getting into kind of a popular group again, and yet again, there was a boy, and it's all about your looks, and Siren's very pretty. She's into things that the guys like. I mean, she plays a ridiculous amount of Overwatch. She's very, very good at Overwatch. The girl got jealous, said something stupid, and here we are. I wasn't sure if pulling her out was the right thing, but since we've had her home, it was absolutely the right thing. As for B, my little guy, he's only 4, he's in preschool. Never meant to homeschool him. Never ever meant to. But he was accepted into the Waterford Upstart program, which is a digital preschool, and it is run by a phenomenal, top-notch private school here in Utah. And this private school, we would never be able to afford to send him there if he hadn't gotten into this free program. So yay for that. Next year, when he doesn't have the free program available to him, he will probably go to public school. And we'll just see what happens. In all 3 cases of our children, they've ended up learning at home because that's what's been best for them individually. We don't really do a one-size-fits-all here. We're a family that has a host of disabilities, and so that doesn't really work for us. It's never worked for us. We're not people who fit into the box very well. It's something that we've had to adapt to, and that includes education. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos like it, and share it with anybody who has questions about homeschool. If you want to know more about us and what we're doing, we are on Instagram at LearnExploreAdore, or you can just pull up our website, LearnExploreAdore.com. Thanks.